Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Tekken 3. This is finally the true final thing. Now, I could show off Team Battle, I could show off Time Attack mode, but those were technically, as far as I remember, I think they were in Tekken 2. Maybe not Team Battle. And there's also Survival mode, but those are pretty basic, you know what they are already. Team Battle is pretty much just like, if I had to guess, you'd just pick, a team of like whoever, and then if character dies, kind of like in Soul Calibur, where like, I think you just move on to the next person, or if you kill that person, then it just moves on to the next one. So, it's pretty much about what you expect. I guess I could do a little bit of it just to prove my point. And I assume that most likely you're probably going to go through arcade mode. Also, by the way, I did figure out how to do Paul's fucking back, low kick into punch. It's down and back circle, and then, like, I think back triangle right after. But yeah, anyway, so judging by the way it's going right now, I'm pretty sure I get the idea. A fun little mode, That's Tekken for you in general. Like, Tekken always has, like, a lot of fun modes, at least Tekken 2 and 3. So we have Time Attack mode, which is just basically the same thing. Go through arcade mode, and then just try to, beat as fast as possible. Survival mode, beat as many people as you possibly can. And the main ones, well, there's also practice mode. I don't remember that being in Tekken 2, though. No, I think it was. The main new things here is Tekken Ball and Tekken Force. And Tekken Ball is... You would think it'd be a lot bigger of a game mode, but I don't remember it being in a lot of other Tekken games besides Tekken 8. Because I feel like at least Tekken 8 brought it back. Now, in order to get these other balls unlocked, I assume that they're just already unlocked at the start. I don't know if there's, like, anything to unlock with them. Hell, I don't even know if there's even an end to this. Like, the way to get going is just play Tekken Ball. You just straight up play it, and then, like, you just hit them, and you win. So, the key thing with this, though, is there's two ways of doing damage. You have to hit the ball toward your opponent. If you hit your opponent just normally like that, it won't do any damage. But if you just hit the ball and it hits the opponent, it'll do damage. If the ball is on the enemy's side of the field, like if it lands on their ground, then they lose health. And of course, since I have it set to 2 rounds, like normal, it will just be set to that. Now, granted, you could set it to, 1 round if you wanted to, that kind of thing. I assume that difficulty probably also can be set as well, much like with arcade mode. Honestly, not gonna lie, I kind of want to play Dead or Alive. Yeah, I think as far as I know, you just keep playing it, and there you go. It's a fun little mode that you can play with, and I assume that you could probably most likely play with friends. I think. Yeah, just for the fuck of it, because like I usually use Paul when it comes to fighting Tekken Force. But anyway, Tekken Force is a neat little mode that basically it's a beat 'em up style mode. And yes, you play the same way that you normally play. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is true or not, but the Crow enemies, I think, replicate a lot of your move sets, or at the very, like, your character's moves. I don't really know. Because I know, like, in Stage 4, they kind of get, like, Heihachi stuff. Or I think, like, later on they get Heihachi. But anyway, you can see how far you are in a stage on the bottom there. That shows your progress currently and how far you're getting. Those 3 keys, you have to beat Tekken Force 4 times, and then after the 4th time you beat it, as in you beat Heihachi 4 times, the final boss of it, you then move on to fight Dr. Boskanovich, and then you can unlock him that way. I used to think there was another way to unlock Dr. B, but there's not. Also, the turkey is, extra life, and then usually at the end of these modes you always fight an opponent. And it seems to be a set opponent each time, as in, like, depending on, like, what character you play, will be set to, like, that specific character. Because it seems like every time I play Paul, I'm stuck fighting Law in the very beginning. And I think, like, usually when I change off Paul, I fight somebody completely different, like Huarang, and all that. If you want my opinion on how to, like, if you want my advice on how to beat this, I'm pretty sure that setting difficulty does change Tekken Force difficulty as well in the options. So that's what I rely on here. I'm just playing on easy, because I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm trying to think here. I would say go, like, you don't have to play everybody. You just have to beat it with one character. You can play anybody, really, realistically. You just have to beat Tekken Force 4 times with somebody. But I recommend Paul, and I recommend his just circle kick. So I'm pretty sure that's 4 numerically. But yeah, I recommend just maybe doing this every once in a while, going for like the, you know, down back, you know, kick, which is down, you know, down and back circle, and then follow up with a back triangle. And then he also has like a tap twice forward circle. So move like this. Hold on. Let me back up here. Also, by the way, don't forget you have neutral block. Like you should be able to stand there and just block. Well, I'm gonna die if I keep that up. I'm not trying to die. Okay, well. Like, I do kind of want to show it off, but I don't want to waste all that time. Alright, I'll try it one more time. We'll play a different character this time. I never played King in those. I don't think I've ever played Nina for it yet either, or Yoshimitsu. I've never even tried Mokujin yet. Oh, yeah, fuck it, why not? I'll show it off one more time. There's 4 stages in total. It's like back streets. Darkness was, I think, like stage 3. I forgot. Oh, yeah, Badlands is 2. Darkness is, I think, 3. And I forget what the fuck the other one was called. The last one. I think it was just Mishima State, maybe. Am I playing... Hold on. Who am I playing? I'm playing Law. Yep, that's Law. The double kick, I know exactly what that is. Which is also kind of cool that the double kick can be, you know, you can hit forward or back to kind of, like, maneuver it a bit. But now I'm curious, like, am I going to be stuck playing Law the entire, you know, 4 rounds, or what? Did I lose on stage 2? I think I did. Anyway, yeah, usually stage 1 is relatively pretty easy to get through. You just mostly fight, like, very basic goons that take, like, maybe 1 hit to go down. And then eventually, of course, you get to this part where, like, power hits, you know, very strong attacks would come in handy. I guess you just fight Mokujin. I'm guessing you just fight, like, the wife version of Mokujin or something. Or just, like, a alternate evil version of him or something. Probably don't fight his actual wife. Or his mom, or whoever it was. In the story mode. Okay, now I'm Xiaoyu. So this will be interesting. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like running grab, I feel like doesn't really work. Also, this does work on a Z-axis, so that's something you'll have to get kind of used to when you're playing this mode, because it'll probably end up throwing you off. Also, there is no targeting. Well, there's automatic targeting. It's not like It's not like in is it Tekken 4? I think it was Tekken 4. That had a beat 'em up mode with Jin. A story beat 'em up mode. And in that mode, you can actually auto, like, you can, not auto lock, you can manually lock onto whoever that you just, you know, want to lock onto at the time. Which is very nice. But for a mode like this, in Tekken 3, it's kind of painful to go through. You know what I could do, just for the fuck of it? I could just play, the PAL version of this game on the PS1 Mini, just to show it off, too. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible to put, like, both videos together. It wouldn't be impossible to do it. I just have to go whip it out, and then I have to plug it in. The thing is, like, okay, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a Xiaoyu player, as I'm sure most people have probably found out by now. And I'm sure most people probably understand as well that I'm not the greatest Tekken player either. I just kind of play the way I play. And if it works, it works. Yeah, typically, like, you get toward the end here, and then you fucking die like I do. Okay, well, whatever. You can go find out how Tekken Force is on your own, or you could go watch it on YouTube or whatever. Anyway, that's pretty much it. There's also theater mode. It just shows off, like, every ending, you know, that kind of thing. So we've seen everything. And yes, Gon does actually unironically loop. It even says it right fucking there. It says loop. So I've actually seen images. Huh? Okay. I've actually seen, like, images of what the manga looks like, and it's like, wow, okay, damn, like, it actually looks pretty fucking cool. Another thing I guess I can say is the game does have at least good music, but that's remixed mode. Okay. Anyway, final thoughts. I mean, it's Tekken 3. Like, it's in all technicality, it is a better. I'll just play something random. It is, for what it's worth. Let's just do Tekken Ball. Actually, that might be a little bit better. It is better than Tekken 2, as like just a normal ass like Tekken. Like, it plays better, it feels better, all that fun stuff. This is just my own personal argument, but I do think that the character roster could have been a bit better. And looking at it now, like, the new characters we got, like Xiaoyu, Ogre, True Ogre, Julia, I think Mokujin was new too. Jin, Huarong, nah, fuck Dr. B, fuck Gon, Brian, Gunjack, Eddie, yeah, Eddie was new, yeah. Like, all these new characters are cool. It's kind of like the Street Fighter 3 effect, where there's, like, a lot of new characters that just kind of showed up and kind of replaced some of the older ones. But there's still enough of the older ones to still make it a very good game. And the new characters aren't even that bad either. So, you know. But I will say this, like, for what you get, like, content-wise, you know, it's pretty good. You get Tekken Ball, you get Tekken Force, which is arguably a pretty fun game mode. A little bit hard, to be fair, in some cases, but for the most part, genuinely pretty good mode. All that being said, Tekken 3, no matter what I say, is, in my opinion, technically better than Tekken 2, but only because of the fact that, like, it just plays better. It's more fluid, it's more solid. I just contradicted myself. It's more solid as in, like, it just has solid mechanics. It just, the gameplay, it feels so fluid to play, unlike it was in Tekken 2, where it feels a lot more stiff. But, then again, you know, Tekken 2 is also, just in my opinion, a lot better than Tekken 1. And they just keep getting upgraded, you know, as it goes throughout. And, you know, that's always a good thing, of course. Like I said, character-wise, you know, I'm fine with the roster we have. I think it works for Tekken 3. It's a nice, chunky roster of relatively pretty good characters, except for maybe, like, 2 that I don't like, which is Dr. B and Gon. So, disregarding those characters, which, you know, are mostly just gags anyway, I think what we have here is pretty good. And final boss-wise, compared to, like, Devil Jin / Heihachi from 1, so, like, Heihachi from 1 is just Heihachi. It's not that impressive. And then Tekken 2 had Devil Kazuya. I said Devil Jin. It had Devil Kazuya. And I still have a soft spot for Devil Kazuya. Or just Kazuya in general. I know I keep saying the name different ways, but it's just what I do. I know I have, like, a soft spot for that because obviously I grew up with Tekken 2. And that was, like, my first exposure to it. But as an actual final boss, that's not, like, you know, I mean, they're both playable characters, sure, but as one that feels like a final boss, Devil Kazuya feels like a final boss, like an actual true final boss, even on easy difficulty. But I feel like Ogre kind of fits the narrative of final boss just a bit. Like, he's kind of like this cool, like, monster boss fight thing that's pretty neat. Well, okay, to be fair, Devil Kazuya was technically a bit better of a... Well, whatever. Who cares? I like 2's better, but still. All that being said, still a good game. You know, I like playing it, you know, every once in a while. Unlocking characters, like, besides Dr. B, it's not too bad. It's fine enough. I kind of wish that it was character-specific unlocks and not just, oh, you play the game. But it is what it is. Anyway, that's 1 out of 3 Let's Plays I'm currently doing right now that I'm trying to finish up before December. Now, I have 2 more. I have one that's ongoing right now, which is, I mean, not counting, like, you know, Paper Mario and all that. One of the main ongoing ones is Metal Gear Rising, and eventually I'm going to start Vanquish. But I keep thinking to myself, I'm like, well, it's not that late in November. Like, I could probably finish Metal Gear Rising and Vanquish pretty damn quick if I'm quick with it. And if I finish those 2, I could probably start something else too. Who knows? Maybe. It's just an idea. It probably won't happen, but, you know, still. Now, in terms of what's next for Tekken, I might go back and do Tekken 1 just for the sake of doing it, but I only have it on PS3, and I don't have a way to record PS3 right now currently because my component cables are all fudged up. So I'll have to go buy like a new pair of component cables to see if that works, because I can't use HDMI because HDCP is the thing. You can't really turn it off that I know of. I mean, you probably can, but I don't know how to do it. So, anyway, I don't have Tekken 1 physically. Out of all the Tekken games I have physically owned, I don't have Tekken 1. And, well, I don't have the Game Boy one either, but still. Out of the main numbered ones, Tekken 1 I don't have. I have fucking goddamn Soul Edge? Or Soul... No, I have Soul Blade. I have goddamn Soul Blade on PS1. I don't even have fucking Tekken 1, dude. Also, for Soul Calibur, like, I still want to catch up with Soul Calibur 2 content in the future. But, you know, that's something I have to work on with my friend. That's co-op stuff, but still, Soul Calibur 2 is great, of course. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else. I guess stay tuned for any possible new stuff. Mainly stay tuned for Metal Gear Rising and, of course, Vanquish. And then I do plan on hopefully taking off the entirety of December to myself. I might not even do co-op stuff. I don't know. We'll see. That might still stay. But, you know, solo content will probably end up not being a thing unless it's a stream. Maybe. So, yeah. Just want to let you guys know. Thank you all for watching. Tekken 3 is awesome. And I can't wait to get to Tekken 4 at the very least. I would like to do Tekken 1 next, technically. But if I can't, I'll just maybe do like... Maybe I'll do like Tekken Tag instead. And then eventually hop into like Tekken 4. Because Tekken Tag's pretty fun. And I like Tekken 4 as well. Tekken 5's Final Boss sucks. I hate fighting Shinbachi. But anyway... Yeah, that's it. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for whatever I do next. And as always, take care, everybody. Also, gone with the wind.